morning. Have you ever noticed how when mom or dad is having a hard day, it just seems to like compound on itself? Mom's grumpy or dad's grumpy because things are just really hard and it's stressful, and then every little thing that other people do seems to be a bigger deal than normal, and then the kids start to get grumpy and it's just compounding. Well, I'm gonna help you walk through just a couple things that are gonna help you on your next hard day. Welcome back, I'm Brittany, and this is One Unified Home, where you can come for tips to help strengthen your family. We prioritize having fun, so we want to make sure that we're using our time and our money wisely, so that way we can use it on things that we actually care about. So if you want to have more fun with your family, you're going to want to hit subscribe. And then we also talk about things like this, how to work through different things as a family, so that way you have more harmony, more unity in your home. Very important. It just makes for a better life. I mean, come on. So yesterday morning, I woke up knowing it was gonna be a hard day. So that would be the first thing, is kind of like recognize the cues, things that happen in your life that you know are gonna be stressful. I had to deal with some like budgeting, bill things that I just was not excited about doing. I had to call some like banks and things and just get things in order, and I knew it was gonna be hard, and I was already feeling stressed about it before it even started. But then I realized, I'm like, okay, how long is it gonna take me to resolve these issues? Maybe a couple hours, maybe 3 hours, but out of the grand scheme of my day, 2-3 hours? That is not that much of my day. I still have, let's say it's a 12-hour day, I still have 9 hours in my day. That is not that stressful thing. So why am I gonna let that one stressful thing or a couple stressful things in my day affect the rest of my day? So one thing I did was to recognize that that was just a small part of my day, and I was not gonna let it affect the rest of my day. So the first thing I did in the morning when I woke up, I studied scriptures, and then I prayed, and I asked for help to focus on the joy that's in my day. I really believe. What do you believe? I believe that there is joy in every single day, and we get to choose if we're gonna let that in. We get to choose if we're going to look for it and find it. Find what you look for. So if you're focusing on all the negativity, you're gonna find a lot of it. If you're gonna focus on the joy, you're gonna find a lot of it. So I prayed and asked for that. And then I either in my mind or out loud was focusing on gratitude, because I know that brings me joy. So for example, I started off my day working out, and it wasn't as long as I wanted to. I didn't get to do my full workout. So instead of focusing on that negative part, I focused on, I am so grateful that I have a healthy body, that I'm able to do this morning. And then there was a beautiful sunrise. I am so grateful for this moment to walk outside 30 seconds and focus on that sunrise. What's one thing you're grateful for this morning, Mav?
My family.
Oh, I'm grateful for you too.
And go-karts and money.
Go-karts and money, those are important things. Yeah. And then throughout the day, there was things that we like had to get done. We had to get the kitchen cleaned up, but then I'm focusing on, I'm grateful that we have a dishwasher, so I don't have to wash these by hand, because we did that for many, many years. I'm grateful that my kids were playing and having fun together. I'm grateful that our van was working and that it could get us to different places that we needed to. So I chose to focus on gratitude, and I chose to focus on the joy that was in my day. And I think the biggest part was recognizing that that one little thing was not my whole day. So we went and helped a friend with their yard in the morning, and then on our drive home, I started to feel that anxiety coming back and started feeling like, okay, I know that when I get home, I'm going to have to do these things that I'm not excited about. I know it's gonna be like painful. And it was so stressful and hard, but I remembered that I can get through things. One of our mottos this year is, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. And I've been thinking a lot about like, what does that mean? Like, what does that really mean? To me, that means if I am following God's plan, or trying my best to follow God's plan, because we mess up all the time, but the point is that we keep trying. If I'm trying to follow God's plan, I'm following Christ's example, loving others, bringing others to Christ, that I know that things work out. And I know that God's plan for my life, if I'm willing to like hand it over to him, things work out. I did not mean for this to become like such a deep gospel conversation, but this really is what helps me get through this. So I started this like the process with a prayer and felt comfort, and it was hard. It was really, really hard, but there were some miracles along the way that one day we'll be able to share with everybody. And it worked out. One more like tactical thing that you can do to help get through a hard day is I set a reward for myself at the end of the day. I wrote out my schedule that, okay, we're gonna go help our friends in the morning, then we're gonna have lunch, you know, the day, and then I have this section with like the bills and the budgeting and all that stuff that was hard. At the end of the day, I put down that I was going to take a bath and do yoga. That was going to be my reward because those are some of my favorite things.
Yoga? When did you start using yoga?
I don't do it that often, and I really like doing it. And that was gonna be my reward at the end of the day. So I had a reward, and I kept thinking, okay, this is hard, but it's not gonna last forever. And I had this reward for myself. It didn't cost any money. It wasn't gonna take a lot of time. So I didn't do those two things, but because it was too hot, I'm like, a bath doesn't really sound that nice. And I was exhausted, so I'm like, I don't feel like doing yoga. But I did let myself have a popsicle, and I just sat in the hammock and enjoyed the cool summer evening. So anyways, so set a goal, kind of like batch things, like, okay, this is hard, but what's one thing? I'm gonna go for a walk, or I'm gonna take a bath, or I'm gonna paint my nails, or I'm gonna give myself a facial, you know, kind of pair those things together. Okay, anyways, I hope this is helpful. I just kind of want to like have a chat with you because yesterday was a really impactful day for me. I mean, it was one of those days where like that mindset shift really makes a difference. Like I journaled about it, I wrote it down. I want to remember that day. It was very helpful for me. So I'm hoping that sharing my experience can be helpful with you. So what do you do? What are some things that you, your family does when you're having a hard day? Either to flip it around, change the mood in your home, or when you know you have a hard day coming, what are some things you do to set yourself up for success so it doesn't consume your family that day? I want to chat with you down in the comments. All right, I hope you guys have an amazing day. Go spend some time having fun with your family.